You made the shift from hobby to empire. You're not winging it anymore. Congratulations, your business is expanding. And yet, low key, you are drowning in that expansion. Does that sound familiar? I'm Africa Archield, coach, business builder, and divine disruptor. And today, we're making sure your business scales without you shrinking. If your systems can't hold your growth, your nervous system will try to slow you down. That's not resistance, my love. That's a red flag that you need better containers. And if you're ready to make space for your next level without the chaos, make sure to grab my free gift, Claim Your Cash Crown. Inside, you're going to find the Receiving Reframe audio. This is absolute genius. It will really help you when your nervous system is trying to pump the brakes on your business. And also, there are several other goodies that I made just for you. You can find the link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Scaling your business shouldn't feel like self sacrifice. Let's talk about building smarter so you don't get lost in the success. So, why am I talking about systems? Because hustle has its limits, honey. It truly does. And I got more on that in just a little bit. But you know what doesn't? Systems. Systems allow you to scale and scale beautifully. And most of us, well, rightfully so, we resist systems because we see how they feel sterile and stagnant. Hello, have you been to the DMV lately? So I'm not talking about those kinds of soulless systems. I'm talking about sacred systems, the kind that support your energy, protect your time, and amplify your gifts. And in this way, scaling doesn't mean that you do more. It really means that your business grows beyond you. Ooh, and that is totally the point. The business growing beyond you. You don't have to hold everything. No, your calendar is sacred. Your site is sacred. Your funnels are sacred. Your onboarding is sacred. Let's stop pretending that systems stifle you. They actually allow you to birth new things into existence. Now that we know a little bit more about systems, we need to understand, how do we know? What are those hallmark signs that we're outgrowing our current structures? One thing I found that is the sign that you will recognize when you just take a beat to step back and look at what's going on in your business. You'll find that you're the bottleneck of everything. Everything has to go through you. All the approvals have to go through you because no one really knows if they're doing the right thing. This is if you have employees, if you have contractors, there's a lot of back and forth. You're the bottleneck. Now, there's so many systems we could put in place to where this won't happen, but we're talking about ways to figure out whether or not your structures can hold you, right? So let's get on to the next one. Your tasks feel repetitive. You do the same things over and over and over and over and over again. And that is absolutely an energy drainer, especially if it's a task that you're not particularly good at or you don't particularly love. There's this third thing I really want to dive a little bit deeper into. And it's when you feel like your business is stuck, like you can't move it forward anymore. Or you feel like, I can't take on one more MF thing right now. Like the next thing is that actual straw that will break the camel's back. And that camel is you, right? You don't want to do anything else. And if you do, maybe you've had this experience like I've had, where I thought everything was ending for me. I was on the floor. I could barely breathe. My chest was killing me. And my kids, well, they were surrounding me and they were trying to figure out what's wrong with mama. They called 911, they talked to the dispatcher, ambulance was sent out. I was taken to the hospital because they thought I was having a heart attack. Yeah, that's what happens when that extra straw hits because you think, I'm just gonna push through it. I'm gonna hustle harder. Well, got to the hospital. Husband came in from work, probably driving like a maniac to get there, and cardiac workup. Yeah, I wasn't having a heart attack. Mm-mm. I had a panic attack that looked like a heart attack. And what was I told? Go home and rest, relax. And I'm like, I have a business to run. They're like, take time off. And so I did what they said. I took the time off, which meant, what did I also do? Here, I killed my momentum. hmm And then I started up again, right? And went back to that same hustle, 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 do more, do more, do more. And guess what? Back in the emergency room again. Not a heart attack, panic attack. And I was like, what on earth is my body doing? Just as I was ready to have my big breakthrough, I could feel it coming. Boom, again. I'm being told to rest. I'm being told to relax. I'm being told to stop doing the most. Has that happened to you before? Let me know down in the comments. I thought I'm going insane here because I see other people, they're doing this thing, but every time I start to build momentum, every time I'm deep in the hustle, bam, my body takes me out. And back then, there was this lady, she's still around, Sage Levine, and she talked about she had this happen to her too. She was going, 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 and then boom, she was out in her backyard on the ground, trying to ground herself, doing some earthing, trying to get her nervous system under control. She was out for 6 months. And as I've been bumping around these internet streets for over 2 decades, right? As a business coach, guess what I found out? This isn't just Sage, it isn't just me. This is lots of women. And lately, I've watched some other women hit this again too that I follow, that I've been mentored by, like Sunny Leonard Doozy and Elise Dharma and Vanessa Lau, each of them being taken out by stress, by doing it all alone, by being the bottleneck of their business and working crazy pants hours, hustling. We're not here to be bro marketers at all. That's not what our nervous systems are designed for. And let's face it, I think one of the reasons those bro marketers can do all that hustling is because they're not trying to hold everything together at home. That's right. You have this nervous system that is already most likely taxed with having to do everything at home, whether you have a partner or not. And then you're putting the business on top of that. And I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm saying this to encourage you to get the support you need to build in those systems so that you can thrive at home and you can thrive in your business and you don't have to do everything. And not everything needs to be locked in your brain box there, right? You can share that knowledge in your system so others around you can do the things that need to be done. This is the thing I want you to remember. If your systems, if your business starts to feel heavy, right? You can't do one more thing. That is a screaming red flag. That is a ginormous sign that you need to make some changes to those systems, to those structures, so they can actually support you in your body doesn't feel inclined to take you out. With that, let's get to the 4 systems that will help you actually scale with ease. Yeah, I know you want a breather. That was kind of heavy, wasn't it? First system is your client journey system. How does someone move from, who is this human, to raving fan, to client, to evangelist? What does that structure look like for you? This is one of those places where I really want you to sit and audit what that system is. And how can you put in some automations to make that easier on yourself? So, one of the places I looked at was onboarding. Did I have clear onboarding? Did I communicate well? Did I have feedback loops? Oh my goodness, feedback loops, so important. How are you building that into onboarding, offers, even with your audience? How are you building in feedback loops so you know what they need, you know what they're actually understanding? Why do you think I keep asking you to comment below? So I use that even as a feedback loop. So yeah, comment. Let me know what you're getting. Let me know what you're picking up here. And then you can use tools like automated schedulers and welcome packets and templates. Because guess what? With those feedback loops you were just talking about, if any of those things to be modified, you know how to modify them. You know whether those things are working or not, if they are actually helpful. Also, having them in place helps you with making things more systematized so you can know where to make changes. If you're always helter skelter, you don't know why something isn't working, right? Systems help us realize what is and isn't working and how and where we need to modify things. Number 2 is having a marketing ecosystem. Oof, right? How are you showing up without burning the F out? And let me tell you, the quickest way to burn out is to be everywhere at once. Everywhere, doing the most on every social media channel. Ask me how I know. Yeah, ask me how I know. That is the fastest way to burn out. So, how do you build a marketing ecosystem that actually is supportive for you? First thing, you need some evergreen content. And I'm really big into this. That's why I'm on YouTube, right? YouTube is where I have my evergreen content. You can go back. What? I've been on this YouTube journey for 13 years. You can go all the way back to the beginning. Actually, don't. It's pretty horrendous. But you'll see the journey, right? That's evergreen content. I have videos that I made back in 2020 that are seen every single week. Someone's watching them every week. I made it August 2020. Someone watches it every week. Every week. Actually, I lie. Every day. Every day it's up and it's showing. Someone watches it August 2020. That's evergreen content. That's when you're really out there nurturing people without being there. Every single video on YouTube that I make helps someone in their day. And that's important to me, not just as a business owner, but as a human being trying to get my message out into the world. So you might be saying, "Girl, I hate being on video." Fine, do podcasts. There's other ways to create evergreen content. Just find that way for you. And then once you create that evergreen content, if you want to, or you have someone else do it, you can repurpose that content in all the other places if you want to. My decision was to go all in on YouTube. I had to pull back from all the other social media channels. Trust me, that was difficult because I felt like, well, I'm leaving people behind. Yeah, if I don't get my piece, I'm definitely leaving those people behind. Right? So I decided to go all in on YouTube. And I encourage you to find that social media channel where you can go all in there. Trust me, your information will still get out. It'll still get to the peoples that it needs to get to. But you need to protect your peace so that you're still around to get out your message, right? So go all in. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do 2 videos a week. Actually, I thought I was going to do 3, but I ended up doing 2. And you know what? Because I wasn't scattering my energy everywhere, I was able to do 2 videos a week. Sometimes it's a recorded video like this. Sometimes it's a live stream. Sometimes it's both, right? Whatever goes out that week, but 2 videos a week. That's what was important to me. And that's what I've committed to. And I've found it to be fairly easy 99% of the time. Even there's times where life be lifing, right? And it feels a little hard in that moment, but 99% of the time, hey, it's been a breeze and it's been fun. Your marketing ecosystem should feel like fun. So I encourage you, pick that social media channel that really aligns with your astrology, your human design, your gene keys, and then go all in because you will find it to be easy and you'll find it to be fun. And then, like I said, you can repurpose if you so desire. Your third system is your sales support system. That's right. How are you going to make sales? That's super important because if you don't make sales, you don't have a business. Okay? So, how do you get those people initially in for like a discovery call? Right? What are your methods for doing that? So for me, hey, there's a link in below this video in the description. That's for a cosmic conversation. That's my discovery call. And so people click on the link and they book a call. What happens when they book a call? Well, they get automated follow-ups. This is huge. You'll get even automated follow-ups when you download Claim Your Cash Crown, right? Those automated follow-ups are just a system I created that people automatically get emails. If you're booking a call with me, you might get some text messages as well, right? So they get the information I said they get in the example of Claim Your Cash Crown, or they get reminded to get on the call, right? With Cosmic Conversation. And there's this other thing I do with Cosmic Conversation as well that you just might want to think about because part of that sales system is testimonials. So, what do I have in there? Well, after the call, I think it's maybe the same day or the next day. I don't remember because I set up as a system, so I don't have to remember, right? There's an email that goes out and says, hey, would you like to leave a testimonial? Right? I don't want to have to remember. But I definitely want testimonials. So if you ever book a cosmic conversation with me, you'll see this whole system in action. Right? And it's so important to put those things in place so you don't have to remember. Now, there are times when I get off from a cosmic conversation with someone where I will send them a follow up email. And that's not really an issue. But, I don't have to remember to send a follow up email unless it's really warranted. Also, part of a sales support system is simple, scalable offers. Simple, scalable offers. Now, you might be thinking in your head, oh, she's talking about making a course, or oh, she's talking about making a passive income product. Yeah, that could be your simple, scalable offer, but it's not necessarily my simple, scalable offer. Oh, maybe she's talking about a group program or group coaching. Maybe if that would work for you, I actually shut down my group coaching program. We were meeting every week and it was scalable in the way that I could have more and more people in that group coaching. But for me, I started to feel my energy drain out and I love talking to my clients. So I had to think, what am I going to do for my simple scalable offer that's in alignment with my energy? Right? So that's the key. Your simple scalable offer has to be in total alignment with your energetic blueprint because if it's not, it's going to feel draining. So I decided to do half day VIPs, right? I call them intensives. So I have like a soul strategy intensive where I help people figure out their simple scalable offer. I call it something else, but that's what it is, a simple scalable offer. How to magnetize it with messaging and all those things in a half day. So I get to have those beautiful, intimate conversations and not feel totally drained by having to do them every single week. Right? I honored my nervous system, and I also honored what my clients really need. And you're going to be able to strike that balance too. The fourth system is your money management system, right? How do you bring in money and how do you save and spend money like a CEO of an empire? Your empire. Now, I'm not going to go deep on this because I already have in the money reclamation series. I think it was episode 5 where I talked about wealth rituals. I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. I go all into saving and investing and all of the things. So definitely watch that video to learn more about that money management system that you need. The reason that I really harp on systems is because I know what they've done for me and I've seen what they've done for my clients too. Now, what if each of these things gave you back an hour a week, 2 hours, 3 hours, 10 hours? I've seen these systems give back 20 plus hours clients to me of my life. You know what I could do with those extra 20 hours? Hello. I will chillax. I'll play games with my kids. I'm able to sit and really go outside and meditate and ground and get more downloads. Like I'm able to be more of myself because those systems gave me time back. They gave me a way to look at things differently, or rather, the space to look at things differently. And now, for the most part, I only do the things I want to do. Can you imagine only doing the things that you want to do? Now, here I'm specifically talking about my business, but that's what systems can do for you, to give you the space to see how you can organize things differently, how you can just get down to only doing what you want to do, what only you have to do in your business, right? Where you're the only person who can actually do it. Like, I'm really the person that does the delivery, right? So imagine getting to that point in your business because it's possible with systems. This is one of the reasons I developed Divine Systems AI. I really, truly needed something that could hold me in all of my woo woo tech greatness, right? And that's something that you probably need too. A good business backend that can hold you and do all the things you needed to do without stressing you out, right? Everything in one place. So, what is it that you need to do? What systems do you need to work more on developing? And what's going to help you do that? Let me know in the comments below. Which ones are you putting a keen eye on right now? Which of the 4 did I bring up that made you go, is that what I need to do? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Honey, you are not here to carry the whole damn empire on your back. You are the visionary, the portal, power. In the systems, oof, they are the sacred scaffolding enabling you to rise. Let them hold you. Let them sustain you. Let them help you make your wealth grow. If you need a little help with allowing yourself to receive, definitely grab Claim Your Catch Crown. It has the Receiving Reframe in there. that audio, chef's kiss. I absolutely love it. Of course, bias. I created it, but I think you will love it too. So definitely go ahead, download Claim Your Cash Crown. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. So while you're down there, make sure to like this video. Give it that thumbs up. You've gotten this far in the video. Of course you like it. And subscribe and ring that bell for notifications because, you know, there's still another part of this series coming up. And you want to be notified as soon as it drops. In fact, remember earlier I was talking about sometimes I do videos and sometimes I do live streams? It's going to be a live stream. So if you don't already see the recording next to me, then it's still coming. So make sure that you're subscribed and ring that bell for all the notifications so you get notified when videos drop and when I go live. So in that live stream, we're going to be going over everything in the series, doing a tarot pull, some live activations as well. So you're going to want to be there. In fact, I plan on bringing on a few people with me. Do you want to be one of them? Make sure you are on my email list because I'm going to be sending out applications to join me live on video and answering your questions directly, especially if you have some sticky wiki points that go along with the personal economy series. So I'm very excited about it and I hope to see you there. With that, I say peace, joy, love to you.